I'd like to welcome y'all to the Lksp podcast. On this episode, we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs that's currently going on. We'll talk about the Draymond decision, the suspension, the upcoming game 3 or 4. Before we get on that good news, we got some people that got some awards. So let's get our hands together for them.
Breaking news.
Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. NBA Sixth Man of the Year is Malcolm Brogdon. Clutch Player of the Year is De'Aaron Fox. Do y'all have a problem with any of those guys?
No, sir. Atlanta stand up. Malcolm Brogdon in the building.
I would have liked Quickly to win, but
Bro.
being the Knicks fan, and he was the betting favorite too. He had taken over as the betting favorite, but oh well.
I think
He was deserved. They were both deserved. I mean, fine. He was the leader all year, so
yeah, you could see that coming when they made that trade and got him. I mean, they were already deep.
Right.
Brogdon was one of the best players on the Pacers.
Right.
You know,
he was good.
You add him to what the Celtics already had.
Magic was still in Milwaukee.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He was. My God.
Goodness.
Yeah, you can't forget he was drafted by Milwaukee. He was there with Giannis.
He was.
Hey, wow, I'm tripping,
Rookie of the
man.
year.
I'm tripping, man. What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Great. I got G Money on my left. I got my dog Colt McGrew on my right, man. My bad. I ain't introduce y'all on that. But we ready to get into this NBA, man.
Yeah,
but
man.
right on. Man, cheer, man. Me and my dog on a little bamboo, man. We drinking. My dog, sober. All right, let's jump right into it, man. Draymond, suspension. How do you feel?
Slight. Man, you can't stomp on somebody's torso. But I think at the end of the day, I think what really got him suspended was kind of the back and forth with the fans afterwards. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like just kind of carrying on.
Right.
You know, I think that really sealed the deal. They might have gave him a pass if that didn't happen. Obviously, I'm not in these conversations, but you know, I know they mentioned his past as well.
Currently on the television while we're recording, we're watching the Philly Brooklyn game. It's at halftime. They showing the Draymond highlight as we're speaking about it. But go ahead, and how he's going on with the crowd. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean he took the bait, man, and they did a Lord, they did a good job. So Embiid got into a little something tonight too. Oh Lord,
Yeah, he got a flagrant one.
He might be out of there.
Yeah, they gave him a flagrant one for it already. But that was Draymond. He was out of there. It just goes to what you're talking about.
I mean, they could go back and look at that, but I don't think that's worth a suspension. That's definitely not worth a suspension.
Draymond got suspended for that exact thing years back against OKC when he kicked Steven Adams.
Yeah,
and that's
goes
more obvious.
Yeah, but you know that back to the original, the Draymond.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's your history that got you that suspension.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, if we being honest, Draymond does a lot of questionable things.
He toes the line. He toes the line.
He's that person that you would love to have on your team and don't like to play.
Right.
Even in yard ball, you got these guys. Suspension, I'm going to say yes, because your history repeating itself. And stomping on somebody, even though different angles, one show he grabbed and one show he was trying to protect himself and his leg just so happened to be there, it still don't allow you to step on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if you would have
off him.
Yeah, if you would just held your hand up, some people say you had to catch it, balance, could have broke your ankle. Man, come on, bro. Draymond know what he doing. I don't care.
That was a very instinctual action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, get off. Like, that was a get the F off me.
For sure.
Right.
Stomp. Like, stop grabbing me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that. It just what it was. And he tried to come off of it. You could tell how he kind of jumped up Like, he lifted his leg up because he didn't want to follow through with the stomp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was all reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by that time, it was too late.
G-Money.
Yeah, no, I'll say I understand why he got suspended. Right. I don't necessarily think he should have gotten suspended. I agree with Josh too. I think a lot of it had to do with the actions afterwards, the taunting the crowd. He stomped on the guy and then did all that stuff and then skipped off the court. He literally
it's like he was
off.
showing people up.
Yeah.
You can't do that
And the commissioner was
the commissioner. I'll
Yeah.
say that, and he was in the building too. And with and even in the press conference, no remorse, no anything like that. So I get why he was, but I still don't. I think getting the flagrant 2 and missing the last 7 minutes of that important game was enough.
Right.
Was enough. And then plus, I feel bad now, if they win tonight, and then that's what everybody's going to talk. People are going to talk about that instead of like the Kings. They're going to be like, oh, that was the turning point in the series, blah, blah, blah. Like they do with when Draymond got suspended in the finals against the Cavs.
But I mean, you did all these things saying, I learned my lesson, I'm going to be this person, and you come out and do the same shit. And I mean, I would say hard head make a soft ass, but at the end of the day, he keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you losing bread, and it's no way Draymond's on the Warriors next year. They're not going to put up that no more. They just not. It's too many predicaments you don't put them in. And I think this summer you see Draymond in a different jersey. I know I'm moving on to something else, but this is a ripple effect of the thing when you have these certain actions, man. And I just don't agree with it. I like Draymond. Like I said, he's the person you love to have on your team. He does intangibles. He know the plays. He call out play, pick and roll. He rebounds. He put some things in the stat sheet, and he does things that's not in the stat sheet. And if this team goes down, say 4-1 or even 4-2 to this Kings team, you can for sure that's going to be one of the main things about it. So I don't know. Speaking of that series, Sacramento's up 2-0. They play tonight. Does Sacramento make it 3-0, or the Golden State rally behind this thing and get a W at home tonight in the Oracle?
I got Golden State. Man.
I agree.
They back at home. They gonna shoot well. On the other side, I don't know if Sacramento gonna shoot as well.
Right.
Being away, role players play better at home. So now that the crowd is against Sacramento. These are young guys. I think this is when their inexperience will show up. And last night we saw two teams win without their best player.
Right. We're
going
to get to it.
And so Draymond Green, I mean, he's not their best player per se, but he is a very, very, very important piece. So, I think the Golden State, I'm picking them. I don't feel great about it.
Right.
Because there's so many factors working against them. You know what I mean? But it's hard for me to root against Steph, man. But yeah, having the Sacramento has their head coach was in Golden State's locker room.
Yeah, that's one of the main things they don't understand.
Years, man, and that's huge, bro. That's huge, man. So
you can see it the way they're playing them defensively.
Right.
They're just
right. He knows.
I'm sure he was part of the baiting Draymond too. Yeah. Like, you can get.
But they didn't imagine this. They didn't imagine this King to be this good. They didn't imagine Mike Brown getting these guys to the 3 seed. They didn't imagine any of this when they thought, okay, cool, he's over there with the Kings. It just
initially, no way.
Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
I mean, go ahead, G-Man, what's your take?
No, I agree. I think the Warriors win. Like I said, I think the Warriors win. They're 33-8 at home this year. They're a great. The crowd's going to be fired up. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder because of the Draymond thing. I mean, Vegas thinks so too. Surprisingly, even when they're 6.5 point favorites at home. I mean, they probably should be favorites, but I think if Draymond, it might be even more. But they still have them as 6.5 points favorites in that game, and. I mean, I think it's probably close. I mean, if they, I think the Warriors need. I will say this: if Steph Curry or Klay Thompson are not the best player on the court tonight, they might be going down 3-0.
I can see it,
but like they need one of them. You need one of those like staple like Steph games where he hits 10 threes and scores 40 tonight. I think he's going to need to do, or Clay. I mean, Clay is, I don't know if there's a guy in the history of the NBA that is, when he is as hot as Clay can get. Like that, I don't know if there's a guy, and he hits like 12 threes or something like that. But they're going to need some kind of, and they're going to need Poole's kind of like he had a week 17 in game 1 and had like 3 points in game 2. He needs.
I think they're gonna go small. Yeah, honestly, I think they're gonna put Poole out there with them boys near in crunch time. I mean, you're gonna see a little more Kuminga with the Draymond being out. You might even see some Jermichael Green, and Jermichael Green can hit the 3. Right. So they might see something tonight that they can carry forward. But I'm still sticking with my sack pick, but I'm not surprised if Golden State get it done tonight, but be aware if that game is close in the fourth quarter, I need Golden State to really jump on these boys. If they don't jump on these boys and them young boys feel like they can take it away in the fourth quarter, it's going to be rough. But at the end of the day, you do have the best player. You got a world talent on your team, one of the greatest to ever do it, to step a foot on the court. And this is the night to get it done. This is the night to show people this what's up for you. And De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, them boys at your neck. Barnes used to be there. He got a chip on his shoulder, so you got to think, man. Yeah, them boys really wanted to take these boys down. This is a step for them. Like, okay, we beat the defending champ. We here. We the Sacramento King. Y'all be careful. We on y'all ass. We're going to be on y'all neck and be scared. And they beat these boys 4-1 or something in this series. It's in the back of your mind when you face them the next round. If it be Bron, them, or Memphis, you're going to think like, oh, these boys beat Golden State 4-1 on. Right, you know what I'm saying? Them boys going to be ready to go. So, but, you know.
And Looney, another thing is Looney, with Draymond being out, Looney has to stay out of foul trouble now. If he gets in foul trouble, that could be a problem too.
That's where some of the officiating was a little interesting. To say
they've let them play.
Golden State favor tonight. So
I'm sure the home whistle, but it's been interesting though, and I've noticed in a lot of these series they've
that old home whistle.
Yeah. And a lot of these series they've been letting them play. It's been real physical. It looks like almost like old school basketball a little bit, which I'm fine with. As long as they're consistent. Mm-hmm. Call the game out. It's like even like in baseball, if the umpire has a little bit of a different strike zone than what it really is, just be consistent, and then the player's going to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Let's move on to the night's game. Like I said, we're currently watching the Brooklyn Philly. Philly's up 2-0. They're currently in Brooklyn. Somebody give me an update on the score right now.
It's 43-38 at the half.
Philly's up right now.
Oh, no, that's sorry. That's I had to refresh this here. Sorry.
No, I think it's 58.
58-47.
Okay.
Philly up?
Yes.
Okay, so does Brooklyn have a chance to get one of these at home?
A chance? I mean, they have a chance.
Yeah,
probably not.
No, they're not going to.
They sweeping?
It's going to be a sweep.
All right.
Worst case, it's the gentleman's sweep.
Hey, you know why it's going to be a sweep?
What?
Because one of the games was on NBA TV. If your game on NBA TV, Chief, it's a sweep.
Yeah.
It's a sweep, man.
Although they're putting the Suns and Clippers on there tonight too. I mean, they have no choice, but
because Kawhi out, and I mean, at the end of the day, everybody want to watch
Warriors Kings.
But man, that's not. Never mind.
We're finna get to that. Matter of fact, we're going to transition to that because there's nothing really much to talk about with this Philly Brooklyn season. This series. I mean, I shout out to Mikal Bridges. Yeah, I really like Mikal though. I mean, Embiid doing Embiid things. He got you 20 and 19 last game. Simple, easy work. 7 assists for a big. That's unreal. So we're gonna move on to Phoenix Clippers. That's going on tonight. It's 1-1. Kawhi out, knee sprain. Everybody.
God.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Come on, Kawhi.
Phoenix going
I understand, bro. We've got the message with you already. You care about your body, and no matter, we don't give a damn what nobody say. Because he done this before. We know this.
I mean, it might be legit though. We don't know.
That's why they load management his ass so they can that's why he plays 50 games in the regular season. But yeah, no, I mean, if a guy's hurt. But like, it's just so frustrating when it's Kawhi.
Did he not walk off the court last game?
You can walk off with a knee sprain.
Okay, yes, sir, Coach McGruder. Explain to me what a knee sprain. Why you can't play with it?
I mean, hey, you got to take care of your body. His body is his moneymaker, bro. So. At the end of the day, they're going to keep paying him. They ain't about to just cut him.
Yeah.
Because he's not. I mean, look at Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons still in the league, and he ain't played in 2 years.
Basically.
So Kawhi actually gets it done when he's on the court.
True.
So he ain't going. Hey man, it is what it is.
Yeah,
and I think he knows, like, and the organization knows, like, Paul George is not in this series. So I think to a certain degree, they kind of like, I ain't gonna put him out there.
But I think
to
you
make
still
it
have
worse.
Clippers are still pretty good, man.
Yeah, I mean, they won a game. I mean, there is that point of it too, where it's like, you know, you don't want to make it worse. If you maybe let them rest for one game, and then they're only down 2-1, where, you know, they stole home court in game one, of course. So, and then you're basically where you would have been if it had gone to, if they go down 2-1, it's basically where you thought you'd be anyways. You lose 2 at home, you come, like that, like.
Hey,
I can see it that way as well, but I don't.
Bro,
but it's still, it's
That's
just
big nuts, man. If he really hurt,
to
okay.
like not even try to go out there and try, like,
Right. I don't know.
It was 3-1. It was 3-on-1 last game, bro.
Yeah.
When you look at it, we're really 4-on-1. KD and DeAndre Ayton carried them in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Book and CP brought it through in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And the Clippers sat there and they watched that. They seen that on film. And it was 4-on-1. Like, Kawhi, the only one who is a playmaker, who can make plays, make shots, do things, create for others. It's just it's too much,
Westbrook
bro.
had one of his best games. He gave you 28, 5 and 5, 56%.
At the end of the day, y'all know, everybody know.
31, 8 and 7 from Kawhi. It's
It's
typical number though. That like great number for a star.
Right.
Okay, let's go Phoenix side.
4-2.
Booker gave you 38. Durant gave you 25, 6 and 5, which Kawhi technically outplayed him. Paul gave you 16 and 8. And
Crucial moments.
And DeAndre gave you 14, 13.
Yeah, but
It's not the worst.
But
The eye test.
I saw it happen. KD carried them in the first half. He kept them in it, because Book and CP wasn't hitting shots. They wasn't making shots. In the second half, Book went crazy.
He did.
He went crazy. And then CP helped seal the deal in the fourth quarter. Like, it's just, like y'all said, the more games Phoenix plays together.
Mikael talking shit out of Mikael. You don't got back in the game.
The more Phoenix plays together, the harder they are going to be. The harder they will be to beat.
Correct.
For sure. But I mean, the Clippers, though, I mean, it's not like the Clippers are a bunch of bums after Kawhi. They have one of the deepest rosters in the NBA.
They do.
But I mean, obviously now,
Westbrook got to have an OKC game. Sorry, Greg.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Norman Powell going to have to score.
I can't see how they win this game tonight.
I understand. We say the same thing about the other game.
It's the NBA. You never know. Especially in the regular season, you see that kind of stuff happen. Like, guys sit all their guys and they win the game still. Like, I think in a playoff game, this game being a swing game, it's 1-1 right here with that on the line. I'd actually like as much as I have respect for KD as a player, but some of the stuff I don't some of the stuff I do disrespect. He might even drop a little bit if he allows this Phoenix.
Let me step in right here. Let me tell you why the Clippers can maybe win this game. They do the same shit the Lakers did the other night. Just shoot very poorly. Clipper come out hitting. Westbrook have one of those thunder games. Norman Powell can score. Bones Highland gonna get some play tonight. We know he can put it in the rim.
He can.
Eric Gordon gonna shoot him 10 to 15, maybe even trays tonight. They back against the wall. What they got to lose? Zubat. Right. They might be even dangerous. Them boys gonna be firing that shit up tonight, and they don't get if it go in or not. Tyrone look like, oh well, we ain't got Kawhi, so what the hell else we supposed to do?
Right.
It's true, but it's still a different level though. They're now missing their two best players. You know what I mean?
True.
Ja and Memphis,
Right. It's not
Memphis,
just one
Memphis is. They've showed that they can play
Right.
well in stretches without Ja, and with Ja, and they have probably the best backup point guard in the NBA in Tyus Jones.
I love his game.
He's starting on 80% of the other teams in the league. He's a really solid player, and and the Lakers too. They're still they are the 7th seed. You know what I mean? They are they're a very good 7th seed, but they're still figuring themselves out too. And it was in Memphis. You know what I mean? So I mean, this game is in LA tonight. So again, I'm not going to be shocked, but I'd be pretty surprised if they lose.
Let's go ahead and transition segue into that game. Memphis Lakers played the other night without Ja. The Lakers shot very poorly. In the words of Bubba Dub, D'Angelo Russell, Schroeder, AD, trash. Them boy played straight trash. And you come out, think these folk were going to lay down, and them boy came out of hoop. Bane came to hoop. Jackson came to hoop. You got some help from, I had the stat line, it just went away, but let's go to it real quick. Sorry about that. I mean,
The whole starting 5 scored in double digits.
It's correct, man. Baines came to play, and you getting 12 point, and Dylan Brooks scoring 12 point, talking much shit to Bron. Yeah. I mean, it was just. I mean they only scored 93 point, man. Lakers shot very poorly.
So I think you gotta get a ode and some credit to Memphis defense.
Correct.
Memphis really. The Lakers didn't score 30 points in any quarters.
True.
True. In today's NBA, that's not normal. So Memphis really locked in defensively.
True.
And used that to help catapult themselves to a win.
And Tillman was.
It got scary too.
Was good. And Tillman was real good.
Yeah, what I was getting to. Tillman gave you 23 and 13.
22, yeah, 22 and 13.
I mean, everything went right for Memphis. On Wednesday night, Wednesday night, right?
Right.
And
but that's continuity.
I mean, like back to what G Money was saying, these boys don't done this before. They've been in this position before, so they know how to play without Ja. They know how to really.
They took Golden State 6 games last year without Ja.
Yeah.
So
right. So see, that's where the Clippers don't have the same type of continuity.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And that's where I think, So that was a big win, man. I was shocked. True. I was shocked, man.
I was shocked too, but I wasn't a bad man on it. I said. They done this before. I said Memphis been here before. They're not scared of the Lakers. Brooks, you knew Brooks was gonna put their heart out there. Bang, Jackson.
Right.
And it got scary there for a minute. Lakers came back, got within 7 or 6 or something like that. They swung at D'Angelo to cut it. They was down to 8. They swung at D'Angelo. I can't remember. He missed it. Yeah, and Bron missed one when they was down 8 as well. They could have brought it to 5. They could have got it anywhere any closer than that. I think they would have had a chance to get this win, but shout out to Memphis. Great win. Take this one. Maybe you get Ja back when they play again on Saturday, right?
I think so, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited. I hope they get Ja back because it'll make the series even more better.
But, I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back now.
Yeah, so.
But D'Angelo Russell, though, that guy, he's
trash.
He needs to go to the bench.
He just played like he had lifetime fitness. If you watch D'Angelo, he has no sudden move. He has no hurry in this game. You're not Luka. You're not Kyrie. He doesn't change pace. He just left, shoot a 3. You ain't got no layup package. It just he upsets me, man. It's hard for me to watch him, man. Go ahead though, Josh. I'm gonna let you speak on it right quick before we move on. He just pisses me out, bro. He really does, dog.
He's so hot. He's so hot and cold. You almost have to when he's having games like that. You almost have to just send him to the bench.
You couldn't bitch and Schroeder. He had 0 damn points. Yeah. I mean, you could have played Lonnie. Maybe gave Lonnie a little burn.
Right.
I mean, you could have tried some.
At least Schroeder gives a little bit more of gives a little bit more effort on the defensive side.
Schroeder wasn't there last night. You can tell when Schroeder's there. Schroeder makes an instant impact when he come in the game. When Schroeder is not in the game, not impacting the game, you got to put him on the bench, kind of like last night. But you got to give maybe we waiting on Malik game. We got Malik to shoot Trey. He ain't got them caught fire yet. I mean, you got to get Lundy a little burn. Lundy was starting for us, and he was playing decent before he got hurt, and then he came back and lost his position. But
he played 31 seconds last night.
Man, please. But go ahead if you got something to say, McGrew.
Nah, I think they just
It's just
one of those games,
yeah.
man, where they weren't locked in probably like they should have been. You know, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, they got a win in Memphis.
That's true,
you know,
too.
so they probably didn't come with the same level of focus, intensity that was necessary to win that game. You know, and some of that comes from, you know, some of these other guys who don't have the experience that AD and LeBron have. You know, so, you know, it's one of those games.
AD was 28% from the field.
Yeah, he didn't have his best game for sure.
Shout out to Rui though. He's been consistent.
Yeah, he playing. He
I like
get a
it.
check.
He finna get in one. Ain't he?
Yeah,
He finna let me get my money counter for him. My boy, you go catch it one. Ain't
Yeah, he playing well, man.
For sure. Let's move on to this Boston Atlanta series. They're gonna play again tomorrow night, Friday night, or tonight when it comes out.
All right, next. No, I'm just
Atlanta stand up.
Yeah, I'm giving Atlanta a chance in Game 3, man. I think.
No, I'm just talking about like JB, the Atlanta player.
I'm giving Atlanta. I know what you're talking about, but I'm giving Atlanta a chance. Game 3, State Farm be
at
packed.
home, yeah.
Trey Young will shoot better. The rest of the guys will do better. Trey Young, I got faith in you. I want you off the Hawks next year, but hey, I think DeJounte, I do. I mean, DeJounte at the point, and you get you another decent two there or big or something. But anyway, we can talk about it after the finals. But
is Trey Young the new? Is he the new Stephon Marbury?
break it down for me.
Stephon Marbury throughout his career, like when he was in the NBA, a guy was like 23 to 25 and 10 every night. That's what he averaged. And his teams always stunk. Always stunk. They trade him. He moved. He was in Minnesota. That's where he started. They traded him. They got better. He goes to New Jersey. They're okay. They trade him. They get better. Like everywhere that guy left, they got better. But he always put up these stats. And then when he was still putting up those stats, all of a sudden nobody wanted it anymore, and he's got to go to China and play when he's averaging 20 something and like close to 10. Like it's,
I like it.
There are guys like that.
It.
There are guys like that you've seen in the league, and I don't know if they're not good teammates. You know what I mean? You know, but it's like, you think a guy that's averaging 10 assists a game has got to be a good teammate, but I guess whatever, or make people better. But I guess not necessarily.
I like the take. I can't lie.
This Atlanta team needs to be better than this. They're better than the 8 seed getting swept by Boston. There's too much talent here. There's something.
Hold on. Let me interrupt. They're not getting swept. They winning.
Okay. They're going to lose in 5 or something like that. But I'm saying this team should be a top 4 team in the East.
Disagree. Totally.
Like in the category, in the fight for top 4.
No.
Go ahead. Let me hear it, Josh. I like it. Come on.
They're not as deep as they were when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're not close to as deep. I mean,
what year that was? I'm gonna look it up.
We were just talking about the Sacramento Kings, and Herter was on that team.
He was.
Is on Sacramento. Herter, it was a big piece to that Atlanta Hawks team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're not as deep. When you look at their bench, it's not guys. It's not like it was. You had when it was a couple years ago. You had Cam Reddish coming off the bench. You had Hunter. You had Bogdanovich and Herter. Now all they have is Bogdanovich.
I shout out to Double O. I like Double O.
You know what I mean? So they're not as deep as they were.
I like Okongwu.
They're not as deep as they were when they made that run. You know, and they just don't have the size and the shot making that they had a couple years ago. So no, they've gone down. I'm not going to put that all on Trey.
They also have DeAndre. They also have Murray now too. So
DeJounte should be the starting point guard for the Hawks next year. But I'm gonna ask y'all a quick question, and you can answer it for me. Would you like Trey Young to be your starting point guard?
I mean, I don't have an issue with Trey Young. I mean, the only issue I have with Trey Young is that he can't defend anybody. You know what I mean? Like, That's his biggest issue. But you had the roster around him to kind of disguise that.
So
you know
Trey,
I mean?
you put Dinwiddie, you trade Dinwiddie and Trey You put Trey on this Brooklyn team. Do they win a game or two?
So you saying swap out Dinwiddie for Trey Young?
Defensive guys around him that can help him guard. He can dish too. Cam Johnson can knock it down. Dorian Finney can knock it down. He showed that when he was with Luka. Nick Claxton is a great rim runner.
So, hold on. So you saying put Trey on the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah.
For Dinwiddie?
For Dinwiddie and don't nothing change.
Don't nothing change. Okay.
You ain't got enough depth. You don't have enough depth. You know, like
Joe Harris, he's not playing. You still got Self there. You still got Royce O'Neal there. You still got Sharp there. You hear my dog. He protecting the home in the background. But so you still wouldn't give him the chance either?
The Nets?
Yeah, I'm just asking. I think you're thinking about it too hard.
Nah.
Okay. What about you? Would you like first
you need
question?
Depth. You need depth.
Okay, first question. Would you like Trey?
I think that's have some depth. They just don't have a star. But
would you like Trey as your point guard right now in New York? Just say for instance. Well, I wouldn't say. Let's say other than Jalen Brunson.
But I'm saying if we don't have Jalen Brunson, I would take him. But that would be a really small backcourt, and that's he's. But again, I mean, I still think the Hawks, even though they may not be as deep as they were a couple of years ago, I think that roster's still better than what they shouldn't have being in the play. I mean, you don't think they have a better roster than like Brooklyn or even the Knicks? Top to bottom. I mean, Cam Reddish was. I mean, some of those definitely not as deep. I mean, Reuter losing. That was a big.
But
loss.
Cam wasn't the player he would be today, though. Cam wasn't. We can go back.
Reddish is not. He's not good. He's not good.
He can score, but his defense's IQ is lacking in the league.
And we traded Knox for him to you guys, and then he didn't play with the Knicks, and now he's riding the bench somewhere else now.
He remind me of. Don't take me wrong. He remind me of Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley can score, but his IQ for the game and his defense lack. You put Cam Reddish out there, tell him to go score, he can do it all day long. But
Double O's gotten better.
I remember Cam Reddish that was playing his butt off and playing with a lot of energy and effort defensively.
He had a lot of
plays.
He has flashes. He's definitely in spurts.
Especially during that run, he was making plays.
Yeah.
So
maybe it takes somebody to really put that effort behind him and be like, hey, come on, let's do this.
I liked when the Knicks got him, I was like, I'll take a chance on him for his upside or whatever, but it didn't work out.
He with Cam Reddish issues probably something we don't even see.
Right.
What I'm saying? It's probably more off the court stuff that organizations don't want to deal with. You're not good enough to deal with off the court stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So let's move on. Let's go to your Knicks, Cleveland. They playing tonight in New York, man. ABC primetime, 8:30. I will be tuned in for this one for sure. It's 1-1. Who y'all got winning game 3?
Said New York versus Cleveland.
I'm gonna take the Knicks.
We'll go into it in a minute. I'm taking the Knicks at home, but go ahead. I'll let you take it. Madison Square Garden gonna be rocking.
They are, but the Knicks are not a great. The Knicks they actually have a better road record this year than they do at home. But I expect the Garden to be rocking and stuff too. So
yeah, that's gonna be a game. That's a pick'em game right there. That's a toss up.
This goes to lines too. Knicks are 2-point favored, so it's like
I just like y'all at home. Like I said, guys getting a little bit more confidence at home. That crowd gonna be going
right.
And but then again on the other side, you got Mitchell in the Garden. He gonna try to show out. Garland gonna try to show out. It's just one of those things when you play in Madison Square Garden, you got to deal with players coming there. And like I said, this at 8:30 p.m. prime time,
Friday night on Broadway.
Man, listen, the whole world where every basketball fan in the world gonna be watching. I'm with you, man. But I'm with my boy Orange and Blue Skies. I'm going Orange and Blue Sky Friday night.
I'm gonna go Cleveland, man.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna go Cleveland. I'm gonna go Cleveland. Just I feel like the pressure isn't on them.
I like it.
You know what I mean? The pressure isn't on them. New York, everybody, like y'all said, is gonna be rocking. Everybody expecting them to win. Brunson is a hometown kid. You know what I mean?
Josh Hart, him Villanova boy.
Right. They watching close, so now those shots become harder to make. You know what I mean? If you're not rolling, now mentally it becomes a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Cleveland with that first one, and then I think New York will backdoor and win that game 4.
And if they officiate the game like they did game 2, that will help Cleveland for sure too. They'll not that they were getting bad, but they like those other games. They allowed the game to be really physical, and Cleveland's a very good physical defensive team, and they manhandled the Knicks in game 2. I mean, that game was over at halftime essentially.
Yeah, I told you Cleveland coming in there to break them boys' neck, man. They appreciate them boys coming in there.
Yeah, I expected to lose game 2, but I did not expect to lose it like that.
Yeah, I think Cleveland, and another reason I'm gonna go with Cleveland is because I believe that their defense has a level, that they can get to that New York doesn't have. Like, I think New York, like, outside of what Thibodeau is instilling in them, Cleveland, at the end of the day, it's about the Jims and the Joes, not the X's and the O's. You know what I'm saying? So Evan Mobley, Allen, these dudes, man,
They'll
New
D it
York
up for sure.
doesn't have that.
Yeah, they'll D it up for sure.
Yeah, they're going to need Mitchell Robinson, man. They need Mitchell Robinson to give you something. Mitchell Robinson got to give New York something in that middle. They've been playing Hartenstein over him in the crunch minute time. So, I mean, end of the day, we got to get it done at home. You can't. We both agree they're not going to lose both. So we kind of agreeing that it's probably going to go 2-2 back to Cleveland.
Yeah, still expect a long series here.
Yeah,
so.
this is a 7-game series for sure.
Right on.
In my mind.
Yeah, Nick's got to hit some shots. Like Cleveland, like I said, Cleveland is the better defensive team, but where they struggle sometimes is scoring. So if you can turn it up a little bit, you gotta, I'd feel more comfortable with the series if we can take this game. But like I said, it's going to be close.
I'm not an RJ Barrett believer.
He needs to go to the bench. He needs to go to the bench in this series. It's the playoffs, and sometimes it's matchups too. He is not playing good, and I mean. Just because he goes to the bench now doesn't mean he has to stay there. I like the idea of starting. Sorry, that's something I meant to say. Thanks, Josh, for bringing that up. Josh Hart should be in the starting lineup over RJ Barrett right now. And again, that can change. That can change if they get through this series and get swept by the Bucks. You can start RJ Barrett in that series.
I don't think y'all will get swept. I really don't think y'all will get swept.
I mean,
speaking of the Bucks, I'm gonna say when they tied the series 1-1. They put a bruising on Miami.
81 points in the first half.
Without Giannis. Yeah, man. But I spoke that last time. I said Milwaukee got no talent to beat this team without Giannis. They're a better team up and down. I like their coaching as well. I know Spoelstra is better than Budenholzer, but he ain't got what it is, Jims and what?
Jims and Joe.
He ain't got the Jims and Joe that goddamn Budenholzer got. So it don't matter how much you really can do on that side.
And when you hit 25 threes in a game, you're not gonna lose.
They shot. So everybody know 50, 40, 90 club. You got guys who shoot 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw. That's normally one player, right?
Yeah, if you're lucky, you got one guy.
Right. The team that in that game against the Heat, the Bucks, shot 50% from the field, 50% from 3, and 87% from the free throw line in a game as a team.
Yeah, it's
as a team, bro, without Giannis.
It's scary.
So that's volumes right there. That speaks volumes,
Drew Holiday and those boys. I mean, it's funny, we were talking about before they did those surveys of the NBA players. He actually was he was voted the most underrated player by the players in the NBA.
No question.
He's
man.
super underrated as a player.
No question, man. Drew Holiday, one of the best players in the league. No question about it.
And he does it on both. And he does it on both sides of the court too. He's right. That guy's all defensive.
And his game is made to play 2-3 more years like that. He got it. I mean, he's like 32 now, 33, but his game he don't have a very explosive game, so he can do that shit 2-3 more years and keep you your point guard position locked down
for sure.
So game 3 in Miami. Does Milwaukee winning game 2 give Giannis another night off, or you got to put him out there if he's ready?
I think it does.
Because they say his back is really bothering him.
Yeah,
South Beach gonna be rocking
If he's 100%, I think you put him out there. But if he's
South Beach ain't gonna be rocking to the second quarter.
Yeah, they get that late. They get that late now. No folk gonna get that
They're
late.
the L.A. of the East Coast.
and they leave early. But I think I do. I think if he's not 100, if he's 100%, throw him out there. You can see how the game goes. You can always like load management a little bit. But like if he's not 100%, I don't think you put him out there.
McGrew?
Go take it. I don't know. I think I put if he can play, I'm putting him out there.
Right.
I don't. Not even at 100%. If he's 80, I'm putting him out there.
So
know
you
what I
were
mean?
in the series early to sit him at the end, the rest of the end?
Absolutely,
True.
absolutely. And again, I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning this series and not letting this series get extended.
Right.
Because if it gets extended, then now you're at risk of somebody else getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if they'd ever do this, but I mean, is there a world where they dress him, you don't start him, and kind of see how the game goes? And then,
You put Giannis in that 34, boy, he going out there. I mean, 43, sorry.
Right. Yeah, it's
He go too hard. He's too competitive to relax. Right. He's too competitive. I'm pretty sure you want to be out there for game 2, but like I said, I think he knew Milwaukee. Like I said, if he's not 100%, but he can get out there and hoop, I put him out there, but not. I wouldn't mind sitting him if they somehow go down 2-1. I got them winning game 3 in Miami. I just think they're too good. Yeah, if they can win this series in 5,
especially with no hero either, so that's
another factor as well. So if they can win this in 5, and we predicting this Cleveland, New York season going 7, that's a whole nother 4 or 5 days of rest.
Exactly.
At least, I mean, in the NBA, it might be like a week.
There you go.
Take care of business.
True.
Care of business, man. Get them out of there.
So
you got their number.
Who you got winning game 3? Sorry, I got Milwaukee going there and just taking the crowd out of it and getting that dub.
Yeah, I'm Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee also.
Right on. Let's move to the last but not least. I say that every time, but this series is not going. I think this might be another broom as well. Denver going to Minnesota. They up 2-0. Minnesota got a chance to get one.
I think Minnesota will get one at home.
They got a chance.
I think for sure they got it because they. What happened with this last game was confidence was instilled, and Ant-Man got going.
I love Ant-Man, man. Shout out another Georgia boy,
Atlanta,
man.
stand up. Oh, my God.
Sure, man. True.
Oh, my God. Hey, 10 out of 16 teams. 10 out of 16 teams got somebody from the state of Georgia. Just know that. We run.
I'm finna get back to this right here.
Sorry,
but listen,
sorry,
just imagine if Georgia kept all their players in Georgia in college. How good the University of Georgia. How good.
Because they do it in
football. Georgia Tech.
Kennesaw State stand up.
Yeah, shout out to them too. Shout out to them.
That's the Georgia boys, man.
Well, it's the same thing. That's the same thing they say in New York. If St. John's could keep the New York guys, like how good they would be.
They used to.
Hey, with all due respect, New York done kind of fell off a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. New York ain't what it was back in the 90s, 80s, 70s. Y'all was running everything, but things have changed. Taxes are high, rent is high. Everybody done left.
Yeah.
It is. I left.
Right.
Hey, man.
Right.
That's a whole nother damn conversation.
Right. But I think Minnesota. Yeah, for sure. They have a point guard in Mike Conley.
Right.
I know my boy G Money been speaking facts on my boy Cat. If Cat shows up, that's all they need.
He just needs to show up one game and they'll win a game.
That's all they need right now. They need Cat to show up. You know what I mean? Like
Aaron Gordon is excuse me, goddamn bumble in the throat. Aaron Gordon is in Cat shit every game.
Right.
He's aggravating. He's big as him. Well, not as tall, but he's physical. He's 6'9". What Cat listed at 7 feet, right? But he's in it.
Aaron.
He's more athletic.
He's a beast. I mean, he looks like a football player.
Yeah, he
looks
like
a football player.
And he's pushing Cat. He beating Cat to spots. He's more athletic. Obviously, slam dunk contest guy. and it's just giving Cat problem. Until Cat can figure out how to miss this, get Aaron Gordon off his spot or pump fake the foul or et cetera, they're going to continue to lose.
But I think it's bigger than just, because it's not, it's not all about just the one-on-one.
I mean, Denver playing good.
Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to scheme to get that best defender off your best player or one of your best players. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a little bit of coaching.
The stats are not far off other than the points. Or they got a rebound advantage by 9. Assists is within 4, steals in 1. Minnesota got more blocks, obviously, because of Gobert. Turnovers are right there together. Field goal percentage is 5% apart. 3-point percentage is 5% apart. Free throw percentage is 2% apart.
I mean, when you think about it, what happened in that game was Minnesota ran out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
in that altitude? That's what you think it was?
No, it's not the altitude. It's the game of basketball. Like, you down, you fought to get back.
Yeah.
Once you got back, now you don't have legs.
Right.
You know what I mean? You use all your energy to get back in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then they ran out of gas, and Jamal Murray became Jamal Murray again. 18 months post ACL.
I would say, is it such thing as playoff Maul? Yeah, we got to get him one more playoff.
Man, Maul, man.
Last time we seen it was the bubble.
Right. Bubble Maul.
Yeah, you give me 40, 50 a night.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm a huge Jamal Murray fan, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Jamal Murray is that dude, bro.
When he healthy.
For real.
He was good. He's always been good. I mean, this is what Denver was hoping for, him to turn it on right now.
Right.
Because they're going to need that, especially next round when they play Phoenix, especially when that Kawhi not playing in that series like supposed to. So
40 piece, bro.
They're going to need him, man. And Chris Paul ain't going to be able to guard him. I know we talking a little future here, but he's going to be key for them. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. But Minnesota get one. Agree?
I do.
What you think? You think they get one?
I think Cat will show up for one game and they'll get it, and
Boy, you be on Cat Nick, boy. Let me shoot Cat right quick. Cause goddamn, you be on Cat Nick.
One game, he'll be there.
In his brief, and I mean not his brief NBA career.
Nick, boy.
He's
gonna be on New York jersey.
He's shown that he comes up small in the big moments in the pros so far. That's just what is in the little bit of action he's had.
Put him in the Knicks jersey.
I mean, I think Towns.
Put him in the Knicks jersey.
If he's your second or third best player, you're probably in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? But if he needs, I don't think he's a lead guy.
I mean, you got to move him. I think you got to move him this offseason for the simple fact that all the shit you invested in Gobert, even though we all can agree that that's not the best investment. Nobody's gonna sign up. Trust me, nobody's lining up to put Gobert on their court right now.
Nobody.
So I mean, you will get some people for Cat. Cat
for sure. You'll get something for Cat.
You'll get some capital for him. I mean, you still can build a team, Ryan Ant. You still. I mean, I don't know how many years Conley got left on that contract. Maybe one more year. I'm not sure. I have to look it up, but you could. I mean, I like Kyle Anderson. I mean. You got to get deeper there. You have no bench player right now. You got Taurean Prince coming off the bench, and you got Kyle Anderson. You have nobody you can hand the ball to, say, go out there and score me 15, 20 points. You need somebody coming off the bench.
Yeah, they are also with the Jamal Murray thing. They also are missing their best perimeter defender. McDaniels punched the thing in that same game, and he's out for the whole playoffs. So I'm a
believer, and Josh, you talked me into it. I'm gonna give Minnesota one. They could go out there and get it done, man.
Gentleman's sweep. I think that's what I said.
Okay,
I think I said Denver in 5 originally. Yeah, and not as we're like he said, we're watching the Philly Brooklyn game here. Yeah. Harden got a flagrant 2 at the end of the third quarter there and got ejected. So I got the notification on my phone. So I didn't see the play because we're doing this.
It's a chance for Brooklyn to get one. It's tonight.
Hey,
I'm curious to if it could be it could imagine if Harden and Embiid get suspended for a game, Brooklyn will get one.
They got a chance to get this one night. But I spoke about DeAnthony Milton. He got a great game about himself. He's not going to, some nights he can give you 25, sometimes he's going to give you 2 points. But he defends very well. He takes away passing lanes. He can score. He can shoot the three. Don't be with moving Milton into this lineup right now. He is not a slack. You got to guard that guy. Trust me. DeAnthony Milton got game. Don't forget he was with Memphis last year, and he was a big piece for them coming off that bench. In some games, he even started. So, DeAnthony Milton is a good basketball player, man. Trust me.
Pivoting back to Minnesota real quick.
True. You've been good on Memphis. Last Thursday when you was here, you spoke highly of Minnesota.
Yeah. So they got to play Austin Rivers more.
Okay, I want to.
He's on that bench.
Hear me out. I want to hear you out on this one.
One, he's going to create some opportunities for himself and other guys. He defends. He plays hard as shit. And when you go back to, I was just kind of checking out the game logs, and when he was playing heavy minutes, they were winning games. When his minutes went down, they were losing games.
They gave his minutes. Excuse me, they gave his minutes to Nikhil Alexander-Walker, which I like his young game. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool, but
it's cool when they do it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's time to win games.
True.
You know, and I don't think you have to just totally take him out of the situation, because Nikhil is a 6'6", 205 guy. You know what I mean? So you can still play Austin Rivers as well, you know, and get him in there. You know what I mean?
Let me get that, bro.
This is a guy with experience. This is a guy who knows the game, been playing, is a vet, you know, 6'4", 200. You know, I mean,
Wayne Ross, holla at me, man. I need y'all sponsorship. We drank it on you, shit. But go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, you need a little more firepower. You need to be able to do a little bit more. You know, create a little more. You got to have playmakers. You know,
I'm looking at the stat sheet of last game for Minnesota, and you know, I hate to keep going on Cat, but 3 for 12, 25%. I mean, he still gave you 10 and 12. Shit, some people dream to do that.
Right. At the NBA level.
Right. So, I mean, they went 8 deep with Jalen Noel, Kyle Anderson, Nikhil Alexander-Walker. They're going to have to switch something up, and I think they'll get it done. Like I said, they'll figure something out, get one. All you need is one night off from Michael Porter Jr. or one night off. I mean, Jamal, I can say this, but he's not going to give you 40 every night. I mean, you got to.
We're going to give you 30.
Yeah. When he's healthy and confident, he's a great player.
He feeling like this.
That's why I say he's feeling confident right now.
Yeah, but between him and Jokic,
Nick Claxton just got kicked out of the game.
Between him and Jokic, though, as long as one of them are. As long as Jokic are, you know, that's the nice thing about having that 1-2 punch there like that. You don't need, you know, as long as one of them is really scoring and the other one can be doing other things. You know what I mean? Jamal scored 40 and then Jokic went 27, 9 and 9. I mean, that's going to be really hard to beat. And there'll probably be some nights when, you know, Jokic scores 35 and then Jamal Murray scores 25. And it's just, they're a good team. They're a good squad. They're just it's a good team. It's a good Denver team.
They only went 8 deep.
Yeah, that's it. They went 8 deep.
Reggie Jackson didn't even sniff the court.
Yeah, he hadn't been playing much.
I think Christian Bond getting 7 minutes. I mean, I think Reggie Jackson might get some burn in this future. I think they're going to need him just to get kind of a spark. But Jamal give you 38 minutes. So, I mean, it's playoff time. Like you back to what you said, Coach Magruder. It's go time. It's time to score. It's time to play. You got to play your best player 35-plus minutes, even 40 minutes. It's no excuse to be off the court right now.
Jamal Murray, he shot 59 from the field, 60 from 3, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He had a great stat sheet stuff for Triple X. I got to get that on my board.
5 assists.
But yeah, you don't even need him to assist. That's what Jokic's for. Jokic running the court.
Bubble Murray, boy. Ooh.
Jokic 27, 9, and 9 easy night. Just 27, 9, and 9.
This is what he does.
I mean, that's what I do.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Like, hey, Minnesota gonna get him one, but Murray gonna get him out of there.
Yeah,
for real.
And with their bench too, I mean, Bruce Bowen and Jeff Green both play. You know, they play a lot of minutes too. They play 26 to 30 minutes too. So that's basically where. And then obviously they're still a pretty young team, so those guys all, you know, it's the playoffs. Those guys will all play 35 plus minutes. All their starters essentially.
So while this series going on, I'm gonna ask y'all a quick question, a couple quick questions before we ease up out of this episode of this podcast. What series is more exciting to you right now as we go into Game 3? Which one is more exciting to you?
Just out of all of them?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's probably a tie between obviously the Suns and the Clippers and the Kings and the Warriors. Mm-hmm. For me, man, obviously with Kawhi being out, that's not as exciting. But right now it would be the Kings and the Warriors.
G.
Yeah, it's probably I agree. The Kawhi being hurt, and and then I would throw, and this is not even just because I'm a fan of the Knicks Cavs series, just because, like I said, that's 1-1. We all kind of think that's going to be a long series too, but. Yeah, but I agree. The Sacramento Golden State one for sure. The defending champs, all that stuff. Like, is this it for them? Like all those kind of storylines and stuff too. Right. So the new team, the new bloods on the street and stuff like that, and the old guys. So yeah, I go Sacramento. Golden State.
Yeah, me too. Man.
Shout out to my mentor, one of my mentors, New Bloods. Kind of coined that phrase over there at Florida State.
Go ahead now. Shout out.
New Bloods. No Blue Bloods. We New Bloods.
Hello. Come on now.
Sorry. Keep it going.
But I'm still excited about this Lakers-Memphis series with y'all coming back and it's being 1-1. Now it's a 5-game series back in L.A. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be one of them ones. I don't think Memphis gained a lot of confidence from that win on Wednesday night. So it's going to be Bron, them, we didn't even talk about Dylan Brooks poking the bear much. So I think you finna wake up a 38-year-old LeBron come Saturday night in L.A. Lights are bright. Boy.
Dylan Brooks.
Bro.
Every time I see Dylan Brooks, I hear, whoop that trick.
Man, I don't know what this persona he is trying to put. I don't know, man.
Hey, man, he's a light-skinned Draymond Green, too.
It's funny, too. Did you see after? I mean, obviously he said all that stuff, and, he said all that stuff that he said after the game, and then they asked him, like today again, they were like, aren't you worried you poked the bear? And he was like, that's what I do. I poke bears.
Right.
It's like that. He didn't bring it back at all. It's just like what he does.
Respect. Hey, at the end of the day, man, look, Dylan Brooks ain't in the league if he don't have that mindset. That's a fact. That is a fact, bro. He's not in the league. So, I mean, we can nitpick, we could talk mess, at the end of the day, he's not in the league if he don't think like that.
True.
We're certainly not talking about him. We're certainly not talking about him. But I love it too. I love it too. I love it.
He came from Oregon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's a first round pick and stuff. But he's not.
He had that dog in him though. That jump shot ugly as hell, but
he played alongside another Georgia boy, Will Richardson.
Man, you know him, don't you? You know him, don't you?
He played right alongside Davion Mitchell.
Yeah,
with Liberty County. Hey man, these boys out here, man.
Yeah,
Georgia stand up.
Yeah, we got a lot of Georgia. Georgia got a lot of talent. We always had talent. That's never been a question. Never been a question about the talent in Georgia. We always go off to other schools to back what I was saying earlier. If we get Georgia talent here at Georgia Tech in Georgia, we'll be right there in the NCAA tournament having a chance to win some of those. And I love when Ant went to the University of Georgia. He shined some light on them for a year. And they did great. Did they make the tournament that year? I can't quite remember. They didn't make it that year, did they?
Did they not make it?
I'm trying to
I
think.
don't think they did.
Let me
bro.
look that up.
I think they may have been like a out in the first round type of thing.
Well, my boy Ant wasn't known for being a winner around that time. To be
What
quite
Ant real
honest.
name? Damn, y'all got my mind blown up.
Anthony Edwards.
Yo,
Yeah, my boy, he ain't do much at UJ. They were hot garbage.
yeah, what, bro?
Hot garbage.
Hey, man,
They ain't
I
made
coulda-
the tournament, bro.
They didn't.
They weren't that good.
Georgia gave you 19-5 and 3.
And I'm gonna keep it. And I love Ant to death because he out here making it happen. You know what I'm saying? He's Atlanta's own. But man, I done seen Ant take some L's to some teams he shouldn't took no L's to, bro. Ant wasn't never on the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
He never dominated the AAU circuit, man. I done seen some teams that was less talented take wins.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, they didn't.
Ant is a talent. He ain't always been a winner.
Let's talk about it.
And he's matched up with my guy Cat. That's a bad. that's a bad mix.
My boy still out here shooting these folk, man.
He gonna get him one. He getting him one. That's
Hey, man,
for Georgia. He gonna get
man,
one.
Keep shooting.
He gonna get one.
That man
too.
tried. He got 41 or 40.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
tried.
yeah.
He
I mean,
tried.
You can't
It wasn't
ask for
his
him no
fault.
more.
Yeah, no, I have no
Hey,
problems
that's
with that.
Jersey fault. That's Jersey's fault, Chief.
Carl
Anthony Towns.
Jersey's the armpit. That's the armpit.
Oh,
That's the
Lord
armpit.
Jesus. I ain't getting into that.
Man, that man stay on his shit with that dude, man.
JGOG win.
That's just funny when you start talking about
listen to that.
maybe Ant has that kind of reputation, and I'm like, ooh, that's a bad mix with Cat. So maybe they do got to ship one, and they're not shipping Edwards out of there. So
Nah.
Nah, it was gonna be in Minnesota long. They couldn't check. He gonna sign that big rookie extension.
Right.
He'll be in Minnesota at least 2030. If not, man, that's a little exaggerated, but he'll be there at least to 2028, 2029. He gonna do the same KG shit. He gonna stay there in Kevin Love until he get traded. Same cycle in Minnesota when they get these good players. Same fucking cycle. They get the good players. They try to build around it. They don't do as well. They go off and do great things. So Anthony Edwards got a great future. Trust me, you in a great great cycle, brother.
Right.
He's in a great cycle. Other than that, anything else y'all want to touch on or key points we missed out on any of these games?
I think we hit everything.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it, man. I think that's it.
True. First of all, you already know I appreciate y'all coming through for the LK Sport Podcast. This is fun, man. I can do this all night.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man. LK Pods on YouTube, man. Follow me on TikTok now, the LK Pod. Follow me on Instagram, the LK Pod. Shout out to Clara Rose Candle Co. Bring the light in the dark. Shout out to Glenn Creation. We're handmade is happiness. We have shirts on the way. We have the logo shirts on the way, man. Reach out if you want one. I will be out here in the streets, man. We're finna go out in the street asking sports trivia questions. I ain't even told G-Money about this. We're going to go out in your neck of the woods. I ain't going to put your business out there. We're going to go out there, ask some questions. They win. I say answer 3 out of 5. We're going to give them shirts, man. We finna get this thing popping out here, man. And I love to have you, Josh. As long as the playoffs going, I know you're a big basketball man.
man.
Whenever you come, you welcome the whole entire playoff, bro. You can hold it down. And we're going to continue watching this Brooklyn-Philly game. Brooklyn up by 3 at the moment at the 420 mark.
Damn, I just said they gonna get swept. I just worry about it. That's why they win.
We're
That's a long time.
expecting Harden to get a flagrant 2 there and get thrown. I mean, they were winning, but Harden getting thrown out was a huge.
That's a big shot right there. Nope. Fucking Tucker, man. 40 years old. Embiid pulling them. I just finna say. Anyway, let's get out this pod so we can enjoy this game, man. Any last words before we get out of here?
Hey man, stay up, stay alive, stay great, stay positive.
Facts. G.
Say, man.
What your Rangers doing right quick?
They up 3-1. They up 3-1 in the third period.
What's the series?
It's 1-0, so they're fixing to go up.
Let me turn this out right quick, because I got to give a respect to the hockey game, because there's some shit I can't do. So give us an updates on the hockey right quick.
Well, so the Rangers are up 3-1 in the third period. They're up 1-0 in the series, on the road too. So they would win the first two games in the armpit against the New Jersey Devils. Hockey's so crazy. Like, I think all the other series are 1-1 right now.
Even that dominant Boston Bruins.
Yeah, they lost. They lost last night. They lost last night
see,
too.
You think I knew about that shit?
Yeah.
He confused over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, they broke. They had the most wins and the most points in the history this year. They broke like all time records this year. So, but it's hockey. It's just how hockey is. There's so much.
Oh, let me point this out. Atlanta is working out a deal to get a hockey team.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You seen that?
I'm
excited. I want to go to a hockey game.
Yeah,
I think this will be fun.
It's great.
I roll with it.
It's great. I tell people, if you're not into hockey, go watch it. And hockey's not watching it live is like, that's what opened my eyes. I was like, hockey, it's, and then the playoffs are, like I've said, like I'm telling you guys, like besides the NCAA tournament, the Stanley Cup playoffs
we argued about that shit because I ain't had experience.
They're amazing. They're amazing.
I'm gonna give it a chance.
We go check out there's a minor league team here.
I didn't care about soccer until Atlanta United. I used to watch the World Cup and I'd be excited for USA.
Well, they had a hockey team here and nobody went, and that's why
Thrashers
they left.
had one of the hardest hockey jerseys in history. They had that blue, that navy blue with that true blue with that orange, red, and purple. Oh, that shit was hard. If you can find one, reach out to me. I would buy it. I promise you.
Maybe they'll come back as the Trashers if they get a new team. Maybe they'll be the Trashers again.
No, not Trashers. Thrashers. But put some respect.
Sorry.
Boy, if you don't get... But, hey, listen, man. I love it. If Atlanta get a hockey team here, I'm going.
Yeah,
I swear I'm going.
I'm a route.
Saying check the minor. There's minor league hockey here too, and that's even that can be fun. Even like minor league baseballs can be fun. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's great. The atmosphere is great.
Pro shit. I want to see them folk goddamn knocking shit out of each other, fighting.
There's more fights in the minor leagues though. They fight all the time. That's like they encourage it because that's why people go.
Right.
Oh, one more thing, man.
Breaking news.
4-1 Rangers.
The Oakland A's are about to move to Las Vegas.
Bro,
baseball.
There's been no.
It's so whack.
It's so funny they haven't they haven't like announced it, but it's like
bro.
it's like happening.
It's over.
Whack. That's so whack, man. They just
ripping
Oakland or everything.
I don't even blame Oakland City. I blame the management.
Come on.
It's a combination. I mean, they don't go to the games.
They don't spend money on their team.
They don't.
Either,
they don't. But they've had attendance problems for years there, even when they were playing pretty well. But it does suck because Oakland A's are like one of the kind of, although they haven't won anything at all, they're like kind
I
of
like that green and yellow and gold.
I'm saying they're one of like
gold.
they're like a an iconic franchise. You know what I mean? They were great in the 70s. They were really good in the 80s. Like,
so get you an Oakland A's hat before they switch it up. Just some fun fact. That's the type of person I like that shit. So I'm gonna go get me a couple of Oakland A's hat and just put them up.
So they can keep the same hat.
15,
though.
20
years,
years.
keep the same hat.
But the whole team over with. But they finna be the Las Vegas whatever. I don't think they're gonna keep the Athletics. I think once they move, they're gonna switch it all up. You think it's gonna be Las Vegas Athletics?
I think so. I think they'll keep it. They moved. They were the Philadelphia Athletics originally. So
fun fact.
Hey, real quick, I want to
the Braves poster.
I want to give give a shout out. I got to give a shout out.
They're gonna win another chip this year. We'll get a new one.
Yeah. Oh, leaning.
And they want to be seen. Go ahead, though, bro.
Them Braves on that bamboo.
Hey, come on, now. I got some. What are you gonna do now?
Hey, we're leaning. Hey, let go.
Man, we got Tiger Woods on the wall now. You probably can't see. We got Tiger up there now. We got Mike Duncan on this New York Knicks fan.
Tiger,
always got to be doing it.
Rest in peace.
Don't do Tiger like that, bro. He just had surgery. Speaking of Tiger, man, he had surgery on his foot or ankle or something.
My boy been breaking down.
He want to get in one more, man. I think he want to try as hard to get one more major, and then he'll hang it up. But it's gonna be hard. But go ahead, what you were saying. Sorry.
Hey, big shout out, man, to one of my guys, one of our players at Campbell High. The day after our podcast, man, he got his first D1. Well, he got his first offer.
The same kid you was talking about?
I don't know who I was talking about, but but yeah, my boy got an offer, D1 offer.
What's his name? Shout him out. I'm gonna tag
Ferrari High. Ferrari.
Shout out to you, Ferrari High, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Originally a South Georgia kid, You know what I'm saying? Moved up here in middle school. You know, it's been had a rough road.
Shout out to you, bro.
But one of them ones, man. So he got his first offer, D1 offer. So super excited for
I love
my
it,
boy.
Coach McGruder. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yeah,
Keep coaching
man.
these kids, man. Because, you know, they were one. We used to sit down and talk coaching, man. I know we're going a little off the subject, but we used to talk coaching, man. And
Hey, man, you know Sheldon? You remember our squad we coached?
yeah.
Sheldon is a coach now.
Where?
Sheldon is a coach at a prep school, Middle Georgia Prep, bro. Yeah.
Down at where I'm from?
Barnesville.
I know Lamar County. Shout out to Lamar County.
Yeah. Middle Georgia Prep, bro. He a coach now, man. He
Man,
played
shout
ball.
out. Man, I got to tag these boys, man. You got to give me that handle, man. I'm going to tag these boys and make a clip for them, man.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
remember Sheldon, man. A little feisty little dude, man. I like to say a little too much. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. A little feisty little cat, man. And
Old William James down there in Statesboro.
yeah, it was a good time, man. Shout out to Rambo, too, man. He hit me up, man.
Man.
He ready to do one, man. He said, man, come on down here, man. I'm coming over there. We're going to do one. Come on, bro. I welcome anyone.
Hey,
If
shout
you
out
love
to
sport.
Rambo.
Yeah,
Shout out,
man.
that's my dog, man.
Yeah,
One of the
sure.
most solid people in the world, Craig. For real.
Real talk, though, man.
For
Shout out
real.
to you, man. We got to get you on here, man. Come on up here and have a good time with us, man. G-Money, got anybody you want to holler at? We having a little fun tonight. Going a little extra.
Yeah, no. Nothing. Nobody in particular at the moment.
What's your guy name that loves sports? We got to get him to call in.
My buddy EJ.
Yeah, shout out to EJ, man.
And NBA is probably the right sport for him to talk about. I mean, he knows all sports, but NBA is that's probably his NBA or NFL are probably his two. That's his forte. So
We got a tie game right now, bro. 52 seconds left, fourth quarter. Sheesh.
And I think they did call a foul on that Trey. We're gonna try to stretch this out to the end of this game right here. It's gonna be rough though. But anyway, we're gonna shut all this down. We're gonna get impromptu right here. What I'm asking both of y'all this question, and one of y'all can jump in whenever. What's the first sports memory you had? Any sport? What's that first thing as a kid you seen or player in any sport was like, oh, I might like this? That's kind of deep.
yeah, I'm trying to think.
Because you play hockey coming up, right?
No, I didn't play hockey.
Oh, I thought you
I didn't get into hockey until I was older. Actually,
Oh.
I played football.
first?
I played football, basketball, baseball.
First?
You're talking about professional, like watching it on TV. or
Yeah,
something
like
that?
you seen this. Oh, you can be in your hood. Well, I don't know if y'all got hoods, probably. You're suburban.
We definitely got hoods in New York.
But what's that person? Me personally, my brother Pee Wee. My brother Pee Wee was a young star in my city. I seen him play ball. I seen people talk about him, love him. So I was interested in all sports. He played baseball and basketball, and that's the two things I played in high school, middle school, and secondary. So he was one of my ones. Like, okay, bro, doing this shit, I can do it. Then I had other people I used to see. Then I started watching TV. I started seeing the end of Michael Jordan. I got a little bit of the '96 Bulls. Then I got the Wizards. Then I got Penny. Then I got Shaq. Then in baseball, I had the Andrew Joneses, the Chipper Jones. Shout out fuck Chipper Jones. I want to put that out there. He's a great baseball player, but he's a total dick in person. Anyway, people know I'm telling the truth. Trust me. But in baseball, and then some my cousin Creed in football. Rest in peace, DJ. Some of these guys I seen coming up in high school that hoop and played football and stuff. And yeah, man, shout out to y'all guys. Y'all helped me love sports. Y'all helped me get this platform. Started me for a gent seeing y'all play ball and hoop and do things like that. James Willis, Doug Farrell, who else, man? I can go on and on. Honeywell, Coach Honeywell in baseball. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all guys, man. I'm going to tag y'all, bro. But some of y'all, I seen y'all coming up and hooping and words like that. My cousin Twan over in Hawkinville played against Charles Johnson and them boys.
Jeezy?
Yeah, old Tweet. They used to call him my cousin Tweet. That was Middle Georgia had a football team, Middle Georgia College. But some of these guys, man, yeah, man. Shout out to y'all guys, man. Anyway, I don't went on, but it just bring back a lot of little memory when I was a jit and just seeing these boys play ball and they were playing ball. Like they went out there just moving around, man. Shout out my little nephew. He ain't little nephew, but Terrio. That boy should have went on, man. You know it. I'm gonna look in the camera at them, bro. You know you should have been somewhere cross seas or he was one of them 1-2, man. Shout out to Carl Hall. He went to Wichita State, made that Final Four run. Mm-hmm. We don't have some talent. Mears Mills, he at Georgia right now. Man, baseball, we got Brent Honeywell. He's pitching in San Diego right now, Coach Honeywell's son. We got some guys. I know I'm missing some people, man. We got people at Middle Tennessee State, Gardner Webb, Zeke Rozier. He went to Georgia Southern. Man, we don't have some talent in my city, man. I know I'm forgetting for Columbus State. We got Arkansas right now.
Shout out your city, man.
Mario Beck went to Coastal Carolina.
What's your city?
Bro. COC, bro. Big C. I rep that shit.
One more time, man.
Big COC, Blakely County. You know where I'm from, bro. I love 478, bro.
Let go.
Man, I'm trying to think, man. Shout out to Flip, man. There's a lot of people in my city, man, that I got to get on this platform that went on and did things and seen the world. Derek Farrell. I'm just thinking of people as Mario McClendon.
Blakely County was just in the state championship not too long ago. Basketball.
Yeah, no boy had them, man. We have a lot of talent, and then just to think that some of that talent ain't even on the court. Some of them, them cats doing other things. You know, I'm talking about. We all got those stories. Know some cat they should have did this and that, but
go left when they should have went right.
Man, come on now. But shout out to y'all guys. Anyway, I know that was a little long, but y'all can holler at y'all folk, man.
My first memory, it's tough. I was an all sport guy until I tried all sports. You know what I'm saying?
Prentice Purnell. I'm thinking of people, but golly, boy, we got some talent down there, man.
Yeah, we I can't say who really sparked it. I think it was always there. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to, because I was one of those kids that I'd watch a game.
Goddamn, Joel Embiid, boy.
Excuse me, I'd watch a half or a quarter, and then I got to go outside.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really watching guys like that. I couldn't sit still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to watch. I watch, and then I'm out there. I'm out there on the field, mm-hmm. on the court. Trying different moves, different whatever. And, we grew up in a non-technological era. So
yeah, true.
I ain't have a phone. I ain't have all these all this technology to keep me distracted. So I just used to go in the backyard, shoot shots, work on my batting stance. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Throw the ball up to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I know tight stuff. Hit that thing, go get
it. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Which I don't think this generation got the patience for.
Shout out all my old teammates, man. That shit, man. Man, OJ.
Real quick. Guys. Hey, Jock Vaughn. This totally off subject.
Yeah.
Jock Vaughn, the head coach for the Nets.
Yeah, you got a story on him.
Bro. Man, he was doing an interview. You know how they do the interview with the college, with the in between quarters,
right?
And they normally have easy on the eyes interviewers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My boy, most coaches after the interview they turn and they head to the bench like mm-hmm. immediately. Nah, dog. My boy was shooting his shot. Hey bro. If anybody could go back and watch Game 2 from
Jock was in
the
there,
next 76ers interview, I think it was after the first quarter, my boy gave a whole. She walked off. He was
For real.
staring, bro, like looking hard. Like, nah.
Jaw with that shit, though.
he with
Jaw
the
was like that when he played, though. Jaw didn't care.
Bruh.
If you think about it.
My boy was shooting a shot on live television.
G, we coming to you.
Coming to me? Yeah, going? I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't know. Like it's like just said. I don't know if like there's a specific like with me with the play. I mean, I love sports from the moment. Like from what I can remember, I just love sports. I used to I'd like my family used to call me like the sports encyclopedia. Like I just like retain this. I'd like write. I'd play like Tecmo Bowl on my thing, and like when I wasn't outside, and I'd like keep all the stats like on the video game and do things. But some of my first sports memories watching sports were, I mean, we all play. I think a lot of us, like you were saying, swinging the bat. Like baseball generally is like the first one a lot of people play. So when I was real little, I loved baseball. Again, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so the Earthquake World Series with the Giants and the Oakland A's, actually, funny because we were talking about the A's there, when they had the earthquake in the game stop, that's definitely like early, probably back almost as early as I can remember. And then
That's your series. That's how you lose
that's the
games
there.
right now.
And then probably the 49ers Bengals Super Bowl. Where Jordan, where Jordan
on it, man.
Always on my mind. And then Montana leading him down, and that kind of got me into football. And then football. I mean, the moment I started playing football was my love. Got into basketball a little bit later with the Knicks, the early '90s Knicks, like got me like all into basketball. And then like it's just literally. And then I played basketball, football, baseball growing up, and into high school. But football was always my love. Because I didn't even get into the hockey until like in my like late 20s, probably. I followed it a little bit, but like really got into it. But yeah, I mean that.
Bring it in. We gotta get a thumbnail real quick so I can have it when we post it. We just got to poll for like 2 seconds. That's it. I clip it. But we're gonna wrap it up. It's 3-0. I like Philly gonna take this one, guys.
Yeah, it's a wrap, Chief. Sweet.
Brooklyn just made a sweet turnover. These are things that even this coach knows that you can't do. A simple throw in from the base. They wasn't even the base. It was a sideline, half-court sideline. And you couldn't even get a play in down 3. You couldn't even get the ball in.
Sideline out of bounds, bro. Execution,
Chief. You already know positivity here, man. Follow your dreams. Do what you got to do. Stay out the way. Kind of like the Mikey Williams situation, man. He got felony assault charge. You was on your way to Memphis, on the way to the bag. Ain't no way you should have did that, family. Stay out the way, bro. Stay prayed up. Stay out the way, man. And focus on the bad. Focus on your family. Love your family, man. And at the end of the day, man, that's all you got. And get you some solid people around you. Anybody disagree?
Amen. Be
humble, live humble, stay humble, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful you listen to the Lksp Podcast.